Aloha, good morning and happy Thanksgiving. I trust everyone's had an amazing time with their family on Thanksgiving Day and this weekend to continue. And today I'm very excited to have Shaolin Low, who is an interior designer and home stage, to speak to us today. Before I do my introduction on Shaolin, I just wanted to share with you, oftentimes when we're out and about and doing helping clients, we come across amazing people. And this is why I have Shaolin on the phone. She is doing a full-on facelift of a home that we recently sold. And we've been so impressed by her work integrity, her design elements, that I really wanted to have her on the show today. And you're probably spending more time in your homes during the Thanksgiving break. And I'm sure you're looking at aspects of your home thinking, oh, I need to remodel the bathrooms. Oh, I need to redo the kitchen. And I wanted to offer this resource for you today and to give Shaolin's resume, to give you a little bit of history on her. She's an interior designer and a home stager, and owner of Studio Shaolin in Honolulu. She was born into an interior design and construction company, and she's been around the industry for all her life. She's graduated from Sacred Hearts Academy and then lived and left Hawaii to live and work and travel all around the world. And she was exposed to so many design tastes, styles, and aesthetics. She started her company in 2016 with the mission to bring modern, bohemian, and coastal style to her clients and their individual lifestyles. Her work and expertise has been featured in Washington Post, Better Homes and Garden, Alley Decor, and many other online publications. And congratulations, and we welcome you this morning, Shaolin.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I know when we spoke, we thought, what can we speak about this morning to be the biggest, resource and asset for our listeners today? And Shaolin said, well, what are some reasons to hire an interior designer? So we've named this piece today called 5 Reasons to Hire an Interior Designer. And so why don't you, Shaolin, I'll leave it to you now to go over. Why should someone hire an interior designer?
I mean, I think we're going to go through kind of the 5 main reasons, but I get a lot of people who I think interior design is something that is only left for, higher end homes or people with deep pockets. And I think that's not true at all. I think everyone deserves to have an interior designed home. I think everyone deserves to come home to a well-designed space and a space that reflects them as a family and a lifestyle. And so I think the reason why everyone should hire an interior designer is because you spend the most time in your home, and your home is a part of who you are. But the first thing I think that's the most important is that we understand your mission, your vibe, your lifestyle. We spend a lot of time with our clients in the beginning, just getting to know them, what they want in their home, how they use their home, what is the purpose of different spaces in their home, and what they need. And I think that really helps to figure out how to maximize your space and use it at the best way you can. And I think we really do that in a different way. And we really deep dive into our clients so that we almost become our clients in a way, so that when we move on to the different parts of the conceptual or detailed design phase, we can really channel who they are so that their home speaks to them specifically.
No, wonderful. And, I think the second reason, of course, you'd mentioned to me was you get access to all our your resources. Yeah. And that really excites me personally because we're so limited being on the island. So why don't you go into a little bit of detail on that?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think in Hawaii, we're a special case, whereas like on the mainland, I think you get free shipping from everywhere and you have kind of these unlimited options, and you can really kind of DIY a lot of people do, and a lot of people still do in Hawaii. But I think in Hawaii, we're limited when it comes to resources, mainly because of shipping. And then also just our furniture stores can only, present so many lines. And so I think as a designer, what's awesome about working with us is we have unlimited resources and we work with the manufacturers directly. So a lot of the things that you see on retailers like Room and Board or Design Within Reach or even West Elm, Pottery Barn, Serena Lily, we actually are going straight to the people who make those items for those retailers. And so we can go direct to the manufacturer. And what is the benefit of that is usually it's shorter lead times. So we can get the items right away because we're not waiting for them to get to a retailer to then come to us. We also get better customer service from them. We have customization options. And so we can really tailor whatever our clients need. We can tailor the measurements, the fabric, the finish, and we're not limited by what's here. We have the sky's the limit in terms of design. So I think that's what's great about our resources and what we can bring to the table.
And of course, one of the keys for people, one of the third reasons you were saying too, is leave all the work to you. And make a comment on the scope of how you can save people a lot of time and coordination.
Yes. So, I mean, I think we all know that time is money. And if design isn't your hobby or your passion, or maybe it is, and you just don't have time for it because you have a full-time job and you're not a designer by profession. I think what we offer and what we really enjoy doing is kind of giving a full service approach where we really tailor to our clients and their needs and kind of take it off their plate in a way so that really they're just making the high level decisions and we're dealing with all the nitty gritty of all this small little details and all the things that they necessarily don't need to be concerned about. And so we kind of take them from start to finish, A to Z, as I like to say, and really give them a full service white glove approach so that they know it's being handled, they know it's being taken care of. We give them constant updates. We're in constant communication with our clients, but they can spend their time focusing on other things once the decisions are made.
And also, you mentioned you've got quite a few clients who've bought second homes here and they live on the mainland. Yeah. So I know a lot of our listeners are saying they're listening from the mainland or they bought a second home here and they have two homes. How do you generally communicate with your clients, who are physically here?
Yeah. So actually, I think this is something that we specialize in because just by chance, majority of our clients are actually not here. So obviously doing Zoom calls, we mail them samples all the time. They mail them back to us and we kind of have this back and forth communication. But I think in this virtual world, we can do everything virtually. We have the benefit of being here. And so we get to know their home for them. We get to know their space for them. And we kind of can give that perspective once we get to know them to see how they're going to live in their space. If maybe they've only seen their house once and then had to leave and they're not going to come back until we're done touching it. I think being in constant communication, we're really open and available for our clients kind of all the time. I let them DM me Instagram photos. I let them send me Pinterest things, email, text messages, phone calls. I think one thing that we do offer with that full service approach is kind of just being available for when inspiration strikes us or inspiration strikes them, and having it kind of be this constant fluid communication, but also setting really clear timelines and deadlines with them. So once they sign on with us, we set all the meetings so they know what's coming, they understand the process, and it's not like, oh my gosh, wait, I hired a designer, what happened to her? It's like we're getting weekly updates. And so they constantly know what they're doing, where their money's going, where the project is at. And there's no guessing game, even though they're not here, they know exactly what's happening with their home. And I think that's really important when you can't be here and you can't meet in person, to just understand and have that clear communication.
Yes. And, and one of the items, you put it here as number 4 is, we take care of the challenge of shipping to Hawaii. And I know, that's been a disappointment for so many people. They see something they love on the internet and next thing it costs zillions and zillions of dollars to get here, or it's not even available. So can you go elaborate on that for the audience?
Yeah, I think it's really funny, right? Because I get some clients who are like, we'll just do IKEA in this room. And I'm like, whoa. IKEA here is like, it's not like IKEA on the mainland, right? Because you have to ship it. And by the time you ship it and put it together, you've lost all the cost effectiveness that maybe IKEA had. And I know like even Anthropologie has some really cute pieces, and Anthropologie actually manufactures a lot of their own stuff. So you can only get it from them, and they don't ship any furniture to Hawaii. They don't even ship some bedding to Hawaii. So there's a lot of times where even like Wayfair, you go on Wayfair and you have to pay for shipping. And so I think that's really frustrating and disappointing, because no matter what here, like even if you go to Homeworld or CSWO, there's shipping within that cost. And I think shipping is just something you deal with when you live here. Obviously, even our groceries are more expensive because of shipping.
Yes.
I think what we do really well is that we work with a freight forwarder in California to consolidate everything and then ship it over in big chunks. So that saves on shipping, it saves on time. We also handle damages. Obviously, damages are a big part of what we do, especially because it's going from the manufacturer to the freight forwarder and then to us. And so having someone who's just going to take care of that for you and figure it out and problem solve, I think is a huge part of what we do once it comes to the purchasing and execution phase. But yeah, we can basically get anything shipped here. And I think that's what's really nice too, is like, we're not limited based on, oh, they don't ship to Hawaii, so we can't have it. It's like anything we want, we can get it shipped to our freight forwarder. And I even have some clients who have some personal items in their homes, wherever they live, and they use our freight forwarder to ship those items to Hawaii because they want that piece of art or that dresser or something in their home here. And so I think that's what's really nice too, is we kind of help create a full experience and there's nothing off limits.
Nice. And, and then of course, the fifth and final point we talk about, and you started at the beginning of your speech today, is pricing transparency. And, a lot of people think, oh, well, I can't afford an interior designer. How do they charge? And, a big part of your job is really making it simple to clients to know what it's going to cost them. So maybe, do you want to go into detail on that also?
Yeah, I mean, I think our industry has changed so much over the years. I know that in the past, before kind of the internet, designers were kind of this really boutique experience, and you didn't really know where their resources were, and you didn't really know how much things cost them and what they're charging you. And I think in that, there maybe had been some loss of trust in designers just because of the pricing kind of confusion that happens. I think what's really nice nowadays, right, is like almost everything we're offering you could buy for yourself online. And so we offer really transparent pricing structure, which is usually depending on the project, but we usually do a flat rate design fee. I hate to nickel and dime our clients. I hate to feel like a lawyer timing them. So I just say, okay, this is the scope of work. This will be the flat rate design fee. And that gets you through the conceptual and detailed design phase. And then after that, everything that we purchase for our clients, we get a markup on that, and that markup pays us for the purchase and execution phase to install that item, to check on the damages, to keep in touch with you. And so it really makes sense to me because you're, as a client, you're just paying a retail price. So it'd be the same cost if you went and bought it yourself. The difference is you're getting all the benefit of us handling that item, installing that item, and taking care of it for you. And so I think that is really amazing that designers are doing, where we're able to make the money in the markup, but you're still paying the same price. So really all that's coming out of your pocket is our flat rate design fee, and then any of the items that you choose to purchase. We also do complete transparency on our shipping costs. So we do not make profit on that at all. And we just transfer those to you directly. I like to say that the shipping can be anywhere from 10 to 20% of your overall project, but we keep a really tight tracking on that, and we only charge you what we get charged. And so really you're paying what you would normally pay, but you get kind of that white glove service of someone handling it all for you.
No, definitely. And, we've got to wrap it up. You have so much. I mean, we haven't even touched anything about your design or projects you're working on right now. Yeah. But what we'll do is, if anyone's interested in, talking to Shaolin, where can they reach you? What is your number? We'll also do a link to your website here on the Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely. The best way to reach out to me, and kind of if you have a project in mind or you just have questions, is through our website. I think I sent you guys a scheduling link. So it's really easy to go on there and schedule time with me. It's always complimentary to talk about your project, or if you have any questions. So that's probably the best way to get in touch, just because if you call, then we might be playing phone tag. So I prefer people to just schedule a time that works best for them. I'll give you a call and we can talk about your project.
Nice. And, and what we do, Shaolin, at the end of our presentations every Friday is we have a look at the photos from Marianne. She's our photographer here in the company. It's her hobby, apart from working in the business. And the word grateful came to her mind taking these photos in the past week. And this is the photo where she says, thank you for the crisp, clear 4 days that we're getting right now. And of course, rainbows appearing everywhere. Just beautiful. And then also interesting cloud formations and those amazing colors we're getting in the skies, with our sunsets right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very exciting. And again, thank you for coming here and talking to us. And we're going to go into some more fun things and talk to you about, projects down the road. But we'll definitely, and I love the idea that people can go on your website and just schedule an appointment themselves and maybe write a few thoughts down. So, it's very people friendly how you've set it up for people to contact you.
Yes, definitely. Our process is very streamlined. I think a lot of our clients appreciate that, especially if you don't live here. It's nice to just know what you're getting, and the transparency is important to us. So from the get-go, from the moment you reach us, you'll kind of see that throughout our whole process. Is very streamlined, clean, easy to follow, easy to do process. Yeah.
Well, aloha and thank you so much. And have a great rest of Thanksgiving.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Aloha.
Bye.